All right. I'm starting a couple minutes early today. I've only got about 3 hours, so we may do a little something different today. We may just do a first run, or if we happen to roll a quick Pokemon, then potentially we'll be able to run too. So the inspiration for this is I've heard, my reputation in the community is that I'm a pretty decent player when it comes to optimizing and running things over and over again. But there seem to be some doubts about my ability to just pick up a Pokemon and play it. And especially with a Pokemon that's not very good. So, what I did is I put together a list. Behold, an Excel list. We all love Excel and data here. But this is a list of 42 unevolved Pokemon that I have not run before. Now, I put a little mark on Nidoran and Ponyta. Ponyta because it's very similar to Rapidash. I don't really want to run that one. And Nidoran because, Scott has a Nidoran video coming out soon, and I don't want to step on any potential strategies that might be coming out in that would kind of ruin the fun. So we've got 40 Pokemon to choose from, and we're going to randomly generate a number between 1 and 42. We're going to re-roll if it's a 7 or a 23, and we're going to just play whatever we roll. Let me share. I'll share while I roll too. So, let me get Chrome. Okay, here we go. 14 was already rolled. I'm going to press this generate button, and we're going to play whatever rolls. Let's see. You ready? Moment of truth. 3, 2, 1, go. 8. We're playing 8. What is 8? We have to scroll up to see. Clefairy. We're playing Clefairy. All right, we got a pretty decent one, but first stager, so I'm sure it's still going to have some troubles. The overlay was on seal, by the way, just like as a placeholder. So we're going to switch over to Clefairy. Which is going to take just a second to do in the background. Shouldn't be too long. All right. New game. Alrighty. Oh, I need to adjust my monitor a little bit, which my camera is on, so be patient for just a second, everybody. Okay. Let's pick Clefairy up here, and we're going to take a quick second to familiarize ourselves. The background got all thrown off. Okay, there we go. We're going to familiarize ourselves with the moveset a little bit. So we're going to start with Pound Growl, and we're going to get Sing at level 13, Double Slap at level 18. Minimize is going to be banned. We get Metronome at 31. Big difference between Clefairy and Clefable. Clefable actually gets Metronome to start off with. Mega Punch, we're definitely going to pick that up in Mount Moon. We get Body Slam later. And as far as our stats go, we're pretty balanced and not that great, except we have a decent HP stat and a decent special stat. So we're definitely going to be using all the coverage moves we get. We're gonna want to get Bubble Beam from Misty. We probably even pick up Water Gun in Mount Moon. We may even be able to take on Misty and get an immediate Bubble Beam before Nugget Bridge. I'm not sure about that. Maybe. All right, well, that's about all the prep we need, I think. We get Psychic, so we're going to use Psychic in the mid-game, Thunderbolt. that's going to be a lot of our coverage. And we get Defense Curl at 39, so we're going to badge boost with that. So, oh, we need to update the poll, don't we, before we start? What do people think Clefairy can do? And D1D, we dodged Magnemite. I was really worried about Voltorb, Magnemite, Pikachu. Those were the ones I was really afraid of. Let's see. Clefairy solo run. Let's see what people have gotten in the past before to get an idea for what we should put as the... Has anyone run Clefairy recently? I don't think so. Gym Leader Matt 3 years ago. Someone who I haven't heard of 2 years ago. Scott's Clefairy run was 3 years ago. And then my dry bread is not really a speedrunner so much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have a good frame of reference for this. Oh, you know what? Scott did redo Clefairy, didn't he? He redid Clefairy last year with Jigglypuff in a versus
Which
video.
is better when
Let's see.
Blaine is next.
Let's see what he got. In his first playthrough, Scott got a time of just over an hour, it looks like. Yeah, just over an hour in his first playthrough. Wow, that's really good for a first stager. We may get 2 runs in. Or was that his final playthrough? I think 1 hour sounds like a pretty good time for like sub 1 hour sounds really good. I think that was maybe his follow-up playthrough. So we're gonna go sub hour. We're gonna go 110, and then 120, and then 120 plus. All right, so I'm going to start that poll. Yeah, 1 hour seems really good. Brock is going to be a sticking point. I remember Blaine is a problem, and the champion's usually a problem too. All right. I started the poll. I think it's about time, about ready to start this thing off. And it wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't start off with a Mew, but this time I actually did remember to just change it. All right. Let's do this thing. Hey, look at that. There's a Clefairy. My name is Pokemon. It's one beneath the Z. I tried to put the Z there for, I always do that short for Zealous, right? I put the Z as my character name. This time I went one lower, and so my name is the Pokemon symbol. So we got a little bit of a different vibe going right now. By the way, if this Pokemon is good enough, then that means I can run it twice. Oh, you know what? And I need to record it in EXP router, because we want to be able to look at it in between rounds. I did a quick pause, create route, enable recording. Let's just let's restart this quickly. That'll give me a chance to rename myself for a Z as well, which is nice. We like that. I'm a creature of habit, as I imagine many of you are, since we're all watching and playing Pokemon Yellow together. Okay. Looks like it's recording an EXP router. Yeah, Brock is a big issue. I don't know what level we need. I think we're going to try... Should we try 13? 13 seems ambitious. I think we should try 15 probably. I think we should go with 15. That's true. You're a red and blue guy. You're not a yellow guy, D1D. I get it. Same idea, though. We're playing 20-something-year-old games. And I like red and blue as well. I do play it from time to time. And it's transferable enough that, you know, it doesn't change very much. A little bit of the planning changes, especially for the late game. And in the mid game, you have to do a lot less thinking, to be honest, because there's just not nearly as many threats. It'd be funny if we ended up fighting the Vaporeon team, but I think we're likely to win here. Yeah, especially since he's just dropping the ball spamming Tail Whip over and over again. So this will be easy. We'll fight the Flareon team. And off we go. I do think it's going to make sense to Blackout grind a lot. So we're going to keep encounters off. Most of you should probably be familiar with this type of strategy, right? Instead of playing a lot of training against the wilds in the early game, we keep the encounters toggled off for the early game, just in order to kind of run through the forest and then start blacking out against the Diglett trainer. That's going to be the way to go. Assuming we can beat the Diglett, which is not a guarantee. We might have to fight one trainer first. I think just to be safe. And so this is my reputation, right? Is that I'm a bit of an aggressive player. Like, you know, maybe I don't know how to play Pokemon the first time around. Maybe I'm going to get hard walled somewhere, right? We're going to find out together whether I'm any good at this. So I think it makes sense to fight just one of the trainers now. Get a little bit of experience. This should be able to get us up to level 8 after we fight the mandatory Caterpie guy. Then we should definitely beat the Diglett once we're level 8. Definitely, I'm pretty sure. I'm even going to growl this Caterpie once. That's how much respect I'm going to show this thing. Although I don't think I needed to. Oh, but it crit me with tackle. See, 13 health. Could have been a little scary. 10 health. Okay. We are going to do our Mart buy now rather than later. And it makes sense to buy a couple of those. We want to buy a couple antidotes, and then we'll just burn the rest of our money with potions. Okay. It's important to do that now before we lose all our money doing this blackout grinding. Okay, Diglett's only doing 5 damage to us. Not that worried. Notably, Growl is going to be nice for us to lose on purpose. Because if the Sandshrew gets us to low health and we're afraid of winning, we can switch to Growl. Which is going to happen really soon. Like maybe even this next fight. Certainly once we're level 10, it's going to happen. And if we want to get to level 15, we actually want to lose to him a few times. There's going to hit a tipping point where it doesn't make sense anymore, and we're going to want to fight wilds instead. And that tipping point's probably going to happen pretty soon. Maybe by level 13 or so. But for right now, we're still taking good damage against them. Only had to use Growl once there just to be on the safe side. So we're doing pretty well. We want to use Growl as late as possible because obviously we don't want to lower its attack. And that one we just lost straight up. We didn't even have to switch to Growl. That was funny. So I think we should be able to keep this up until, like I said, probably around level 13. Then we want to go to level 15 for Brock. So we're going to backtrack through the forest, fight some wilds while we do that. I don't like how this feels. Okay, I think it's going to be good to actually mix in a Growl or two against the Diglett first now, too. Just so that we're not getting miserable damage from the... Oh, no, we crit. Oh, gosh. This is going to be really slow. Yeah, this is going to be quite slow here. We're actually hoping for, like, a crit now. This might be the last time we fight him. I was hoping that we could go until level 13, but now it's already feeling quite slow. I don't know. Wilds are also very slow, though, so a little hard to say. Hey, David Yang. Thanks for being here, buddy. I'm playing with a really bad first stage Pokemon. We're accepting this challenge. I should have switched to Growl there, I think. Okay. We would love to get crit here. It's a small thing, by the way, starting with like Growl or Leer or Tail Whip. But if we had Leer or Tail Whip, we wouldn't be reducing their damage every time. That would actually be like a lot more advantageous than what we have, which is Growl. Actually, the Diglett is going to crit us more often too because it's higher speed. It might make sense to just take more damage against the Diglett first in case it... Oh, but now it's doing 1 damage. Alright. Fine. And I talked about its crit rate and then it didn't really crit us. You're going to do a speed run yourself this weekend, D1D? What do you have planned? Yeah, getting that extra crit there really speeds things up. Alright, I learned Sing. Now if I really want to waste time, I could use Sing. Like, really waste time. I think this is the last time, though. I'm going to go ahead and knock his Pokemon out now and then backtrack through the forest. I think that's going to be the fastest way to get to 15. Hisuian Samurott. I don't know that one. But that probably doesn't surprise anyone who's familiar with my lack of knowledge past Gen 1. Well, really Gen 2. I know the first 2 gens pretty well. Even though I don't really play Gen 2. I don't actually even need a heal, I don't think. Oh, you know what? We're gonna, No, I was gonna turn on encounters, but I don't think we need to. I think we actually will get there just with trainers, because we have 3 trainers to fight. So we're just gonna backtrack through the forest here, fight the trainers. Oh, you know what? I should have bought an escape rope. I forgot to buy an escape rope. That would have been really good. Then we wouldn't waste time walking through the forest. It's not a big difference, but I mean, probably would have saved us like 20 seconds or something. Okay. Oh, you know what? And that is close enough to the next level that we are going to turn encounters on just for a sec. Until we get back through the forest. Oh. No, it's all that. I accidentally played for a second without unpausing. Okay. And we're going to put the encounters off now. Okay. I'm pretty sure that I've actually, the timer's been running a little bit longer than I have been playing. All right, we're going to give this a try. I think that it's going to be a little sketchy because, of course, Brock will use full heals if we put them to sleep. But I'm thinking with Growl, we should be able to get through Brock once we reduce enough damage from the Geodude. But I haven't run any of this through the XP router. I'm playing this blind, so we're going to have to see how much it does. 3 damage and then 2 damage. I think 2 damage is fine. I think we should just directly attack. Pound is getting stab here, even though it's resisted. So we're doing okay damage here. God, dang, now I wish maybe we should have done 13. I'm not sure. 13 might have been better. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe not. We're still underspeeding the Onix, so this is actually kind of scary. Okay. Okay, you chill. Okay, bide. That's what we want to see. And then while he's sleeping, we pound away. 15 was probably the right call. Okay. Sing. Nice. Oh, took a lot of damage there. Oh no, not a crit! Okay. Okay, we need a long sleep. Come on. Long sleep. No! So close. All right, level 15 is the correct level for this. I think it's the right balance of risk versus reward. We found out that it's actually quite difficult to get past the Onyx because we're under speeding and we have to attack and abide. Unlucky near the end. I agree. I think this is okay. Immediate. Oh, full heal, of course. Yes. Okay. At least it's only doing 1 damage right now with the bind, but it does keep hitting, which is kind of annoying. Okay. I need it to use bide. We're kind of in trouble if it doesn't go for a lot of bides, because we need to put it to sleep and have it sleep for a while it's biding. Because that's the only time Onyx isn't going to be full healed from Brock. By the way, after kind of a long sleep, I just switched blind into, and we got him. All right, second try, Brock, not bad. Brock split of 10 minutes and 50 seconds. I think that's pretty decent. And we're not going to waste any time going to the center. We're just gonna run. I'm really looking forward to getting Water Gun. Water Gun doesn't have stab like Pound does, but our special is a little bit higher than our attack, not by a lot. So just contextually based on the opponent we're facing, we'll be able to use a mix of Water Gun and Pound. Oh, I'm realizing that we might run out of pounds. I think we're going to have to go back. Yeah, we're going to have to go back and heal after all. That's okay. We'll do it when we need to backtrack anyway for this last to reset the timing. Should be fine, unless we get like a Gen 1 miss. Oh gosh, if that I knew it was going to do more than half. I was confident, but if it did less than half, I was going to be really scared. Or a Gen 1 miss would have been devastating there, because we would have had to like spam out 35 growls and sings. Like that would have been awful. I never really play around a Gen 1 miss, but if you're ever going to play around it, that would be a time to. Woo, that could have been bad. All right, let's go get Water Gun. Okay. We are going to fight Misty right away, by the way. And we're not going to do a lot of optional training. We already did training for Brock. I think I'll just fight this hiker, because he's really quick experience, and he's the best experience in here, even better than the super nerd, the optional super nerd. I don't want double slap. I actually don't think double slap has any utility, because Pound has a lot of PP and it actually does more damage on average. I didn't plan on fighting this trainer, by the way, but I think this is like fine. A little bit of extra training is not going to kill us. But when we do the optimized route, we'll just need to remember to take that guy out so that the experience still lines up. I do wonder if Water Gun would do more against the Grimer, but probably not. Because we have Brock's badge boost for our physical attack as well, right? That's one thing to consider, is that while our special stat is higher, it's not much higher right now because of the badge boost. Okay, we came prepared for this. We have an antidote. We actually have 5 antidotes. All right. So we're going right along here. I think this is a decent pace for Clefairy. Although we're going to switch now to Water Gun because we just got growled. Getting growled is not what we want to see. I think I'm going to fight the Swimmer in Misty's gym just for a touch extra experience, and that is the best optional experience yields in the early game is the Swimmer in Misty's gym. Not really sure why more people don't fight him. It's better than Mount Moon training. But no, you know what? We're not close to a damage range. It's fine. We're just going to go. We're going to go forward with this. We are going to soldier forth. Uh-oh. Supersonic is scary. Okay. That was nice. We snapped out of it immediately. I think we're going to sing the Staryu. And then we're going to bide the Starmie. That's the plan. We underspeed both, obviously. Okay, we're doing okay damage, at least before the X defend. But, yep, that's pretty good. And then we're going to bide. Hopefully, we take some good damage here. And then, boom, first try Misty. Let's go. First try Misty. Go, Clefairy, go. We're killing it with this bad Pokemon. And that's huge because now we have Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam's really going to help us in this next section. I did not want to fight Nugget Bridge with only Pound. That didn't seem like the way to go. We're keeping Bite on the set, by the way, not Water Gun. I think Bubble Beam's going to become our new go-to move here. Ooh, we one-shot. Let's go. We one-shot the Rattata there. That's really good. Look at this plucky little Pokemon. Just crushing everything in its way after it got through Brock. Does Bubble Beam one-shot? Oh, Bubble Beam one-shots the bugs. Okay. I see you, Clefairy. I see you. Okay, doesn't quite get the one-shot on that, but that's okay. Pound is two-shotting, so that's fine. By the way, I'm not playing with any damage ranges up right now either. I'm not looking at the router. So I'm discovering, as you do, if we get one-shots or not. Could we have one-shot? I don't know. Maybe it's a range, but if it is a range, it's not a very favorable one. This will certainly be a two-shot, so I'm going to switch to Pound in cases where I don't think Bubble Beam is going to get the one hit. Just in order to preserve PP. Although this one I'm not even sure we would have gotten it. No, minimizes band. Okay. Mankey is scary with low kick. But in this case it just uses Leer and Scratch, which crits, bypassing the Leer. It's fine. Probably does about the same amount of damage either way. Yeah, Bubble Beam is just not quite enough to get a one-shot on most of these Pokemon. But that's okay. I mean, we're playing a first stage Pokemon, right? So getting 2 hits should be relatively expected. Though I think we are going to lead with the Bubble Beam here because Machop has high physical defense. So I don't know that 2 pounds would have gotten it done. You go and pick up this Elixir. And then you notice that I'm not picking up a lot of optionals. That is by design. I don't think we need to pick up a lot of optionals here, but I am going to fight a couple that I think make sense, like that Hiker and Mount Moon that we could get really quick experience on. And this guy as well with the 3 Geodudes and the Machop. I think it makes a lot of sense to fight him instead of the other trainer. Not because we want Seismic Toss. I don't think we want Seismic Toss. Oh, maybe we do want Seismic Toss for the Ghost. No, our special is good enough. We should be two-shotting him with Thunderbolt. So we're going to skip that. Okay. Pound, yeah, is a 2-hit, so that's okay. I'm sure Bubble Beam will one-shot that Pidgey. That is the nice thing, is even though Bubble Beam's not getting a ton of one-shots, it's at least getting one-shots on like the really bad or like really under-leveled Pokemon. Like that Pidgey's really under-leveled at the end of Nugget Bridge. And the Weedle and the Caterpie at the beginning of Nugget Bridge are both like under-leveled and not very good the stats-wise. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick heal here. And we're off. Oh, you know what? I forgot to pick up Mega Punch, didn't I? But I don't know that we missed it. We'll have to check the damage ranges on Nugget Bridge and see if Mega Punch would have given me 1-hits. I meant to pick it up in Mount Moon and I didn't, but we actually managed Nugget Bridge quite well with just Pound. And maybe it would have helped against Misty actually to make that a bit more consistent. We'll have to check damage ranges, but either way, we're just about to get, that might have been a range. Not sure. Let's keep trying and see if it was a range. We got the same damage roll every time, so I don't know if we were on the top or bottom end of that range or if it was a range at all. But yeah, we'll have to check. Oh, a flinch and a crit. Oh my god, we almost lost the Eradicate. That was terrifying. Oh my gosh. We're going to get an extra repel just in case. But I was going to say, we're just about to get Body Slam. So we need to get our potions in the top slot here. As a Pokemon with high HP, but yeah, high HP, but low defenses, it's going to make a lot of sense to have potions in the top slot throughout the mid game. Probably even above the bike. Oh, probably should have been a Body Slam there. I think Body Slam is going to be a little bit better now since it's hitting with Stab against most Pokemon. Okay. Getting growled. Okay. All right, we have some question as to what we want to do against Surge. I think we're at a high enough level we can go directly for Body Slam against them because of Stab and because level 28 is pretty good. The fast growth rate is decent in the early game. But I wouldn't be that surprised if Bide was a better option, and that's why I kept it on the moveset for now. So we're going to kind of start off with our first attempt Body Slamming and see what those damage ranges look like. And then if they don't look great, we'll switch to Bide. What I want to see here is a 3-hit or less. If we're not 3-hitting, we're going to switch to Bide. Oh, no, we're doing great. Wow, look at that. A 2-hit. Okay, I see you, Clefairy. Clefairy doesn't feel, to be honest, like a first stage Pokemon so far. It feels more like a mid-stage Pokemon. Like, it's not dominant like a really good fully evolved Pokemon, but it feels quite good. By the way, probably Lapras would have been better to pick up than the Squirtle. I didn't know off the top of my head when I just saw it, and so I just kind of defaulted to picking up the Squirtle because it's not a big difference. But I don't think there's any way that we're actually going to fight. Okay, well, I'm going to move the Super Potions down because I haven't been healing as much as I thought I would. I think Bide has now overstayed its welcome. Nope, not that. Then here. I'm hoping Body Slam gets 1-hits here. Based on how much damage we did to Surge, I think it's possible. Yeah, we do. Clefairy has been feeling great. Kind of just massacring everything. And Thunderbolt with 95 power is going to take advantage of our higher special stat, which again is not much higher right now because of badge boosts. But it's a nice tool that we have in the kit here. Because now we can do things like Bubble Beam the Cubone. Oh, which was almost a 1-hit. And then we can 1-hit the Slowpoke with Thunderbolt. So that feels really good. Not that the Slowpoke are really a problem, but it's just kind of speeding things up here. And then we're going to have Bubble Beam for the rock types coming up as well, which is quite nice. We are going to run into like some difficult decisions with our learn set soon. Because we get so much coverage, it's going to be hard to choose. Like, do we teach Psychic for the mid-game? Do we teach Ice Beam for the mid-game? I'm not going to teach Metronome. I think I'm probably going to teach Ice Beam. And Yeah, I think I'm going to teach Ice Beam and hold on to Psychic for the late game. For like Agatha and Bruno. It's a tough call though, because I could definitely see going the other way. It will make sense to explore Rocket Hideout, by the way, I think. Even though we're a fast growth rate Pokemon, I think it's going to make sense to get the rare candy in there. Swords Dance at level 11 D1D. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat for a little while, but that's insane. That's like starting with Amnesia, like a Alolan Sandslash. Do I want Double Edge? I think I am going to pick up Double Edge. I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm going to need it, but it might be nice to have as an option for later. We do have a high HP stat, so it could be the case that we want just like a little bit extra reach. So I think I'm just going to pocket Double Edge in case we need it for later. Throughout the mid game, it definitely makes sense to do the training with Body Slam, because Body Slam is quite strong. Yeah, Double Edge is always one of those things, right? That it's like, well, it could give you the reach you need. So until you've seen the actual damage ranges, it's hard to tell, like, is that necessary? Okay. Oh, we learned Tri Attack too. That's kind of interesting, but we don't need Tri Attack. Okay, we're going to sell. Wait, Nuggets. Just Nuggets, I guess. Usually at this point, there are... Oh, you know what? We're gonna get Rock Slide just to sell it, because we're really close to a third Carbos, and we're really slow, so that Carbos could be very handy. Oh no, I haven't bought the balls and everything yet. Whatever, that was a waste of time. Okay, we need to buy the Great Balls and the Repels, but that's okay. We can use that extra money for more Super Potions, just in case we need them. I'm thinking that Bubble Beam will probably only injure the Doduo, so that should be perfect for a Great Ball. Oh, that's great ranges right there. Look at that. Deep red. Yeah, you don't really want to use Double Edge, but sometimes it's like pretty clutch if you need a key damage range near the end of a playthrough. Okay. We're going to switch this with the Repels. Use that one. We have a lot of potions, so that's nice. I think we go ahead and teach Ice Beam now immediately over Bubble Beam. That's going to be a big upgrade on our set. Oh, and it would help if we taught it Fly before we tried the Fly. Okay. All right, we're kind of just crushing everything. Look at that. Look at that. The fast growth rate is really kicking in too. You can start to tell it here. Right around the 30s, I think, is when you start to really feel that it's going fast. I am going to take a quick safety save there. I'm pretty sure we don't need it. But when we're two-hitting, things can go wrong. The nice thing is Lick can't paralyze us. So it's really only Confusion that can mess us up. And like a lot of Nightshades. Which if it had gone for a couple Nightshades there, it could have gotten us. But it doesn't know what it's doing. So our chances of getting through that fight are pretty high. Still worth the save. Blacking out there would be really annoying. So it's worth the 5-second investment, I think, just to have that safety. And I'm going to switch to Ice Beam here just for... I was going to say just for the freeze chance upside over Thunderbolt. And it actually cashed in immediately first try, so that's kind of nice. Oh my god, 2 in a row. That's a 1%er. 2 Ice Beams in a row. For freezes, that's cool. All right. Next, we could do Sylph training. Or we could try to go fight Koga immediately. If we were playing Clefable, I'd be very tempted to just immediately go for that. But I don't think that's going to be the right play. Oh, we also could fight Erica now because we have Ice Beam. But I think it makes sense to do a little bit of training in Sylph first. And just take some of the high experience yield trainers. Especially since we have the coverage we need to take on Rival 5. We have Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. So we should match up quite nicely against the Sandslash and the Cloyster with these moves. So my plan is to just do a bit of training in here. And then maybe a few rare candies, and then take on the rival. And then we'll fight Erica afterwards and just like one-shot our Pokemon. Underspeeding the Golbat and two-shotting it's a bit concerning. Although thankfully we did take it out. We're going to have to make sure we heal after this. Yeah. We may have over-purchased the healing items, by the way. We have a ton of them, but that's okay. I'd rather have too many than not enough. How close to outspeeding? You're not very close to outspeeding that. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal up twice. We'll need to use an elixir here soon, too, I think. Although I can mix in a couple more body slams. I was using the special coverage there. But we're going to do quite well with Body Slam against a lot of these Pokemon, too. Like, even the coughing, probably, yeah. Okay. Hopefully this is a one-shot. Yeah, nice. Nice. That's a one-shot. We like that. And then we're going to have to use an elixir after this fight. Oh, that was kind of nice. We didn't have to use any PP on that. Is this a little sketchy? This is a little sketchy. Oh, thank God that's a one-shot. I can't believe I almost did this to myself. That would have been awful. I should have used an elixir before that fight. What am I thinking? I went down to 0 PP. No, not an ether. Where are my elixirs at? Yeah. That was insane. If I didn't get the self-destruct there, I would have been spamming PP out and maybe taking a blackout. That wasn't the best play. That was not the best play. Oh, yes, we want Defense Curl. Oh, this is where things get tough. All right, I think I can go over Sing. I don't like that, but we're going to do it for the first playthrough. Maybe with better planning, we'll figure out a way that we can keep all of it on the moveset later, or maybe not. I really want the physical damage. I don't want to give up Body Slam. I don't want to give up any of these moves. This is going to get us to level 40? No, almost. Almost level 40. Yeah, I think... Go ahead and heal. And we'll fight one more trainer. Okay. Here we can use that ether, which is clogging my bag. You know what? I think... yeah, this should give us one more level. And then we'll use a couple candies. Oh, no. No, not like this. A crit confusion after being put to sleep. No! Oh my god, tail whip. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and use some rare candies now. training in the late game is not bad, so I'm not particularly worried about getting walled here. I think we can go ahead and just use the candies and make the rest of it easy. Yeah, can you believe that, D1D? Like, I cannot believe that fight. Oh, we just missed the damage range there. And there. Like, barely missed the ranges, but thankfully they kind of dropped the ball. So, I think we're going to be just fine here. Yeah, cool. All right, so 45 was just fine there, although it would have felt a little bit better if we had hit those ranges. It didn't look like we were in any danger of losing that fight, really, so that was pretty good. I need to use an elixir before Giovanni. All right. Had to use an ether and 2 elixirs there, but thankfully we banked the elixir from earlier, so we should be doing fine. Might save the rest of them for the late game, though. I'm not sure how many we're going to need for the league. Depends, like, if we're using Blizzard, if we're relying on Blizzard at that point, which we probably will be, we might need to refill our PP a couple times. All right. So I'm going to do a maneuver, which I often do, where I want to fight Erica next, but I think it makes the most sense routing-wise to go to Safari Zone first. Pick up the items, because then we're going to dig out, and then we're going to be exactly where we want to be. I'm going to skip these trainers and just fight the biker boss. Because we're already at level 47, and we're naturally going to get a lot of levels. I think for the follow-up playthrough, it's going to make more sense to... I don't need light screen. To teach Psychic in the mid-game, actually. Because if we taught Psychic over Ice Beam right now, it would be perfect for the biker and also for Koga coming up, because I think we're going to need to teach Psychic over Ice Beam for Koga. And then save Blizzard for Lance. Obviously, Erica's going to be trivial at this level, but I'll take the little bit of extra EXP here against the cool trainer. Probably one shot with Body Slam too, actually, but we'll use Ice Beam. And then I think it's going to make sense to go heal in Saffron, because I need to go... I need to visit the Psychic guy to get Psychic, because I think it's going to be the way to go to beat Koga. Ooh, nice. My pack was full, so she couldn't annoy me with Mega Drain. That also means we need to drop an item now, so that's good to know. Let's drop an item. What do we not need anymore? Oh, we can teach the Carpos. Okay. We can get Psychic. Then let's fly down and fight Koga. I'm going to take on the Tamers here, because I think we match up really well against them. We have Ice Beam for Sandslash, and Sandslash is the only scary Pokemon. The Arboks are pretty manageable. It feels like the main problem Clefairy has is that it's just like pretty slow. But other than that, it's feeling like a very capable Pokemon. Ooh, almost got the one shot on the Arbok. If we were level 50, we would have gotten it. Or maybe we got a really good range last time. At least Ice Beam's one-shotting the Sandslash, so like I said, we're not that worried about the Arbok. We're also not worried about running out of Body Slam PP here because we're about to just teach Psychic for Koga and use that against all of his buggies. Deleting Ice Beam. We can't badge boost Psychic, but that's okay. I think it should be doing enough at level 51 where we should just win this fight. Yeah, we're one-shotting the first Venonat. That's a good sign. And the second one goes down. And the third one goes down. I'm guessing those are probably all guarantees. Although if the Venomoth is a 3-hit, it means it wasn't necessarily a guarantee. Like the third one might have been a range. But either way, we took care of that. Feeling pretty good about this. I think we're going to... Oh. Whoops. Okay. Oh, we need to use the repel there, and then we need to teach Surf and Strength, which I almost did in the wrong order. It's hard to keep track sometimes because Squirtle and Lapras need to learn them in opposite orders for it to be in the same place. Because Squirtle has more moves than Lapras does. I think it's going to make sense to just fight a couple of trainers here. Oh. Yeah, I already used Repel. Or maybe just Psych. I am a little worried about Blaine. We're getting a lot of experience with this training, though. It's pretty nice. I think we're going to go fight Sabrina next. So we're going to just go do our business here, pick up like the Carbos and Blizzard, this sort of thing. Oh, that was weird. And we need to go ahead and teach that Carbos, and we need to free up one other spot too. I think we can get rid of the Paralyze heals because we need to have space for Blizzard and the Secret Key. You can lose a lot of time if you're trying to pick up items that you actually can't pick up. So anticipating that and dealing with it ahead of time can save you a lot of time. Like, we need to get rid of an item here. For Copycat. I'm going to show you something I recently discovered, which is that if you go on this diagonal, then this trainer's really good to fight. Look at this. 2 Kadabra, a Mr. Mime, and a Slowpoke. So he's got 4 Pokemon, and all of them give really good experience yield except for the Slowpoke. So it's really quite nice. It's like 3,500 experience for that. And then you just take the 2 diagonals and you get to Sabrina. I'm just going to go directly for Body Slam here. I don't know how consistent this is going to be. It looks like not very. Might have to vary the strategy a little bit. Fight one more trainer. Oh, nope, never mind. It just worked out. Okay, cool. We only have 1 reset so far, by the way. Like, I think Clefairy is like a little beast. Look at this thing. Now we're at 43 minutes. It's not like an elite time or something, but I'm actually kind of thinking sub-hour might be possible. But here's the big thing, right? It's Blaine. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're ready for him. I think this is going to be... The 2 hardest trainers are going to be Blaine and the Champion. Almost certain about that. So how many candies do we have right now? 6? I think we go ahead and go up to 58 damage rounding threshold. And we're going to defense curl to get outspeeds. Oh, those flamethrowers are doing a lot of damage. Don't like how much that does. Okay. Oh, we made it! First try on 1 health! What? What is going on? That's wild. How do we keep getting through? Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I have Psychic. I got scared for a second. You predict it's going to take another 40 minutes? No, please no. Another 40 minutes? How would that even happen? What kind of prediction is that? Please, please don't let that be true. Okay. I think we want to fight another trainer, actually. And the reason is, experience-wise, we could end up in trouble here if we level up halfway through. So I think this is going to be the way to go. I'm going to use an elixir before... yeah, this is fine. We can level up after we knock out the Doug Trio, because then we want to keep the boosts for the... Oh, yes. And I need to teach Mimic for Earthquake, I think. Bye-bye, Body Slam. You've been good. You've been really good. I meant to mimic Earthquake. Okay. Okay. The Doug Trio did more damage than I thought, though. What if I set up Defense Curl and it like misses Fissure and then goes for Dig and stuff and gives me extra time to set up? Maybe that's the way to go. All right, now I'm at 137 speed. I can mimic Earthquake. Okay. Oh, right. I'm not... dang it. The level up happened at the wrong time. Okay. This is a little disconcerting. Okay, I definitely can't afford to get crit on the first try. I'm wondering if I should level up, like just fight one more trainer just to get up to 60. Let me just set up a few times here, although it will use Slash at some point and then kind of wreck me. Okay. But I've set up to +4 defensively, so I'm hoping that even if I miss a Psychic here, I can tank a hit from one of these people. Oh, it crit. I think setting up on the Doug Trio is going to be the way to go. So I'm going to just take this experience real quick. And then even if we lose our badge boost against like Rhydon, maybe we survive an attack. Especially because it's going to be choosing randomly. It's not necessarily going to pick Earthquake. Dig is actually pretty good because that lets us set up a defense curl first. Oh, unless it crits. Okay, let's see how bad this is. Am I one-hitting the Nidos with +4? I am, and I'm leveling up. Oh! Oh, look at that! Rhydon was fine. You're right, Austin. Yeah, the crits are the scary part. Yep, so getting past that. Okay. This is not a bad pace for a first playthrough. That was definitely the biggest hiccup right there. We don't have a great answer for the execute. But I think the answer is just going to be setting up a few times here, badge boosting, doing a lot of damage. I think that's going to be the strategy. And then we just kind of thunderbolt the execute and hope it doesn't wreck us. Okay, poison powder is okay, I think. It does feel weird not having body slam anymore. And I didn't even end up using Mimic, so that feels kind of bad. I could have kept Mimic. Yeah, we're okay here. Yeah, we're okay. Or sorry, I could have kept Body Slam instead of having Mimic on the set. So that's probably what would have been better. Yeah, having Bubble Beam would be nice against the Rhydon, but I think once we set up the defensive boosts, the Rhydon's actually not that big of a threat. It also has a very low crit percentage. So I think that all comes down to setting up against the Doug trio and having enough having enough level to work with so that we don't lose our level ups until we one hit the Nidos. I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah, that Flareon really dropped the ball there with the Leers at the end. Because I had lost my badge boost. I wasn't going to be that resilient. But just decided to not attack. So, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, dig, and then the Persian. The Persian is hard to set up on because you're setting up defense curls. It just doesn't help. Like, it's going to slash you at some point, right? Or it's going to set up double team and then get more chances to slash you. Before Blaine, I could have gone Bubble Beam over Body Slam. Oh, I'm actually using Bubble Beam earlier and overriding it with Ice Beam. So that's why I don't have Bubble Beam on the set anymore. I actually am using that for like the early game for Nugget Bridge and stuff like that. I think I just did it too early. I think I overwrote Body Slam too early. I think the right place to override it is here. Although I wonder if I even need Mimic at all now that I think about it, because I have a badge boosting move. I don't really need to steal Amnesia. Oh, the crit was kind of annoying there. Oh, another crit. Well, I don't need Mimic, and yet I think I should use it now that I have it. But yes, I shouldn't have taught Mimic. It was kind of a waste. Oh. I did not mean that was a misclick. All right, no, we're restarting this over. May want Earthquake from Sandslash? Yes, possibly. I'm not sure. 2, 3. Just set up 4. I keep getting speed drops. 67 speed. No, I'm slower than everything. Except, well, actually, I'm still faster than the Slowbro. Okay, I'm going to set up Amnesias now. Just so that I can trivialize the Lapras. Okay. Easy there, Slowbro. What? It survived when I was on +3? What's going on? No! I thought this was going to be the easy part. Alright. I think it's just because I got... I don't need to set up that much. I'm setting up too much. +2 is fine. And then I can get Amnesia. And then once I set up to +5 or +6, whatever, this should be fine. +5 is fine. It's greedy going for +6. Although leveling up into the Jinx is a little unfortunate because that means it's always going to outspeed me. Psychic should be just fine for this fight. I think I am going to badge boost a couple times with Defense Curl, though, and just to be safe for the Machamp later. Just twice? Yeah, I think just twice. Seems good. I level up into the Machamp, but I do still have the defense, so this should be fine. Yeah. Even with a Karate Chop. crit, no problem. Where are my full restores? There. Okay. I'm thinking we just defense curl a couple times to outspeed and then go for psychic. Oh, and I'm not outspeeding yet. Gosh, I'm slow. It's very persistent in setting up those substitutes. Okay, I'm going to level up into the final Gengar, losing the badge boosts, which is a little annoying. One thing that's really nice about follow-up playthroughs is you can account for this sort of thing. It's very hard on the fly, especially if you don't have like a Pokemon that can go through on a pre-established level. Like if you have to do stuff custom, you just don't know what's going to align well for the league. Psychic should not be needed anymore. Thunderbolt and Blizzard should give me everything I need here. Again, I'm just going to go for like the outspeed. Okay. I'm going to accept an underspeed on the Aerodactyl. The defense curls were really good there. Okay, cool. Dragonite down. Yeah, if Clefairy learned rock or ground coverage, that would be pretty interesting, but we have a ton of special coverage. All right, let's go. I think defense curl, we're probably going to need Earthquake to manage the Alakazam. +4 gives me an outspeed against the Alakazam. Yeah, and as long as it's not critting me, we're fine. Okay. Oh my god. It didn't give me a one hit? Ah! Okay. I could have set up all the way there, but I didn't really want to. Oh, that was a misclick. But I think we were screwed there anyway. All right, I need to use a level so I'm not leveling up there. Let's go ahead and use the 2 rare candies up to 68. Maybe that'll give me a better range as well, but I think it's time to teach Double Edge for the Alakazam. This means I'll need less setup, and I think with the extra levels, I won't need to badge boost 3 times or 4 times, only 3 to outspeed the Alakazam. Last time I needed 4 to get over 156 speed. This time 3 gives me 159. So I think this should be better. Yep, I got stabbed with that. Oh, Stomp crit did a lot of damage though. Oh, okay. Can finish setting up. No, no. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I ran out of Blizzard PP. Oh no, I ran out of Blizzard PP and I had to put him in full restore range, even though he was frozen. Are you serious? Come on, sub hours on the line. All right, come on. I didn't get poisoned. I have decent health. This is an okay spot to be in. I think I'm going to finish setting up my defense curls here. Hopefully this is a one-shot now. Yeah, okay, that's a one-shot now. I'm going to Blizzard still on the Magneton. Okay, and then I'm going to Double Edge. Thunderbolt against this. Oh, I lost my badge boosts. Could be bad. Okay, Reflect, Quick Attack is not doing that much. Don't heal. Okay, we got it. That's sub hour. That's sub hour. 59-22 in the first playthrough. 21% of you were right in the poll. going with sub hour. I actually kind of surprised myself with that. Sub hour in the first playthrough feels really good. We didn't get walled at the champion for too long. The hardest spots I expected to be Blaine in the champion. It turns out it was Giovanni in the champion, but I think that's just because of planning. I think for the follow-up, it should be pretty good. 21 percenters, let's go. That's 21%. Did I miss a reference? Oh, yes. Sub hour, 21%. Yes, 21% of you who were right about sub hour. Congratulations. You were the optimistic ones. Yeah, I think I did get pretty lucky on Blaine. I survived on 1 health. And I definitely thought I was dead. And I had some defense set up, and they kept using physical attacks against me instead of fire moves for the most part. So I think I definitely got a little lucky there. We're going to take a quick break because I've been here for over an hour now. Just a short, like 2-minute break, and then we are going to look at some damage ranges and do a follow-up run. If this was like, if I had gotten a Voltorb or something, it was probably going to be a 1-run stream, but this was a sub hour, so we have time for another playthrough. So we'll take a quick look at the damage ranges and then roll it back here in a minute. All right, be right back. All right. I am back. Question in the chat. Project Q, think I can get sub 45 in this, or sub 55 in this run? I do think so, but I'm going to throw up another poll. Maybe after we get done doing the optimizations. By the way, first playthrough, 59 minutes, 22 seconds, 10 resets, and the game time was 3 something. I don't remember exactly what. Around 3:30, I think. So there's definitely time that can come off of this. With a little bit better planning, we wouldn't have gotten stuck at Giovanni. Of course, we do have the potential for resets at Blaine, but I do think we can shave at least 5 minutes off this. Let's look at experience routing together, shall we? Okay. First of all, before I forget, I ran into a trainer in Mount Moon that I didn't intend to. I'm going to take him off. Let's look at... okay, it didn't capture the champion, so we'll put the champion on here. Let's see what the damage ranges were for the champion. It felt like it was about the right level. But let's see. So with... Oh, one thing I want to know too is if I can keep Body Slam the whole time. So instead of teaching Double Edge near the end, can I get away with never teaching Mimic and just having Body Slam on my set the rest of the way? So what does this look like with 3 defense curls set up? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, beautiful. What level do I need to be? 65? No, I'm underspeeding the Alakazam at 65. So 67 was important just for that, but I wonder if I could do like an extra Carbos somehow. Extra Carbos might actually take more time than extra levels if I have to pick up a bunch of items for it, because I wanted to use a lot of that excess money I had for potions. And if I skip Double Edge, I'm going to have 1 less nugget. It's even less money. So maybe I just target level 67 again, because that champion fight felt pretty good. 3 defense curls to outspeed the Alakazam and one-shot it with Body Slam. And then 3 more to one-shot the Executor. Then if I have Body Slam instead of Double Edge, I don't have to rely on the imperfect accuracy for Blizzard against Magneton. I'm one-shotting the Cloyster, and then also one-shotting the... No, because I'm losing badge boosts. What level do I need to be to keep the same level at the champion? Too high. Has to be level 71 to keep badge boosts at the champion. That I don't want to be that level. That's too much. So if I don't have any badge boosts, I'm two-shotting the Flareon. I think that's acceptable. Especially since it can only pick Flamethrower to do a ton of damage to me. Fire Spin is unreliable, doesn't do that much. Quick Attack, once I have Defense Curl set up, is not going to do much. And Reflect, it's not a total waste of time, but it's not like that great for Flareon. So I think the champion fight is actually just fine. We need to spend a little more time on some of the other fights, I think, but let's go back. I just wanted to get an idea if I needed more levels or not. Yeah, I could also paralyze. That's true. When you use Body Slam, you always have that upside that you don't have with Double Edge. So not taking recoil could get paralysis luck on the Magneton or the Flareon. I think this early game was pretty smooth. I wonder if I still need that Hiker. Like, if I just take the Hiker out, does it change anything? Level 20 for Staryu was nice, actually. Just over a damage rounding threshold. Makes Pound be a 3-shot. We were going to check Mega Punch, by the way, weren't we? So if I teach Mega Punch... we'll just put it over Water Gun for now to see. How much does that change ranges here in the early game? Oh, it actually gives me a one-shot on the Voltorb. That's kind of nice. Not that important, but kind of nice. Oh, it gives me one-shot ranges on these 2 and a 2-shot. Yeah, Mega Punch is going to be worth teaching. 2 shots the Goldeen. 2 shots instead of 3 shots the Staryu. So even if I'm missing here, it's still going to be worthwhile to teach it. And then let's actually put it in the place of Pound. Well, yeah, I don't want to change everything else around, so I think it's going to make most sense to do that. Not in the actual playthrough, but I don't think we need to teach Water Gun. No. Fighting the Hiker is nice, so we'll just keep that up. Let's look at damage ranges on Nugget Bridge. So it's Bubble Beam there. And then Mega Punch is actually giving us one hits on like the Pidgey and Nidoran. That's really good. So I was not expecting that. But I guess because we have Stab and the base power of Mega Punch and Brock's Badge Boost in the early game, we're actually doing quite well. So we can't one-shot the second Nidoran, but that's pretty typical. Oh, we're even one-shotting the Mankey when we connect. So 100% the move is to pick up Mega Punch in the follow-up playthrough. Even one-shotting the Drowsy. Yeah, this is very nice. The Oddishes. The Machop. Yeah. It's very, very good. The Nidorans it has good ranges against. Okay, it's very clear. We do that, and then we'll just upgrade Body Slam over Mega Punch once we get there. Quick check, Bubble Beam's a guarantee on those. Surge was a 2-hit range, but that's good enough. These were 1-hits against the Wrapping Lass guaranteed. Body Slam was more likely to knock out than Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt needed the crit here, so good to know. Body Slam the Venonat instead. The Venonat has low special, so it tends to be with a lot of Pokemon that you'd rather Thunderbolt than Body Slam them. But in this case, Body Slam is getting stabbed, so it is a slightly better option. I didn't run into any optionals here, I don't think. So this is just going to be the same. Rocket Hideout still makes sense. We're going to still take all the efficient training. Although I think we could do Sylph a little bit better. Let's check the damage ranges at 45. Yeah, I thought about Seismic Toss actually when we were passing by it, and then I kind of decided not to, because usually Seismic Toss is better when it gives you a 2-hit on the ghosts in Pokemon Tower if you weren't going to get them otherwise. So if you have pretty low special and you 3-hit those ghosts, then it can be worth it. In this case, we've got 2-hit ranges with Thunderbolt or Ice Beam. So I think that Thunderbolt and Ice Beam are just going to get it done here. They have a slightly more upside over Seismic Toss, even though it's a 2-shot either way. But that's a good question. It's definitely something worth considering. Pokemon like Lickitung, like who don't have very good special but have a lot of coverage, I think you're usually 3-shotting the ghost with Lickitung, so it's actually better to use Seismic Toss. Okay, this Sylph training could be a little bit cleaner. But let's see what level we need. So 45 was a range against both of those. 2-shot, 1-shot, 2-shot. That's okay. I kind of wish the ranges were just a little bit better. Like 47 looks a lot better than 48's guarantees. With the fast growth rate, I don't think we're sacrificing much by just dumping our candies here. How many rare candies did we actually have? We had 6 rare candies at this point. I think we could move Erica up too to get a little bit of training before Sylph. What were the damage ranges here when we're at like level 35? 1-shots on the cool trainer Pokemon. That means these are going to be 2-shots. I think that's good enough. I think we can just save before her, because she's going to randomize her moves. Like she could pick moves like Stun Spore and Acid. Even Razor Leaf's not doing that much. Petal Dance not doing that much. So as long as we don't get put to sleep, I think we have good chances. So I think we fight Erica first next time. Oh, we wanted to teach... We were thinking about teaching Psychic earlier too, weren't we? But no, I don't think we need to. I mean, Ice Beam's good for here. And then... if we fight all these trainers that we did, then the 6 rare candies takes us up to level 48 against Rival 5, and then he becomes really trivial. And then we're outspeeding everything besides the Kadabra and one-shotting the first two Pokemon, which are really the problematic Pokemon. Teach Psychic first for Koga, then teach Ice Beam after for Erica. Yeah, I could do either, right? It's almost the same concept, right? So I either fight Erica first and then go through here with Ice Beam, and then fight Koga afterwards and overwrite Ice Beam with Psychic, or I could do it in reverse, right? So I really, I could do either, but I think it probably makes more sense. And you get a lot of good questions, Aaron. You clearly know a lot about this game because you're asking good questions. I think it's going to make sense to fight Koga afterwards, because when we fought him, we just barely had one-shots on the Venonats, and then the Venomoth was a range for a 2-hit. Well, I think it was a range. We got a 3-hit last time. So I think we want to delay Koga, and if we delay Koga, that means we should run Ice Beam first and then override it with Psychic for Koga afterwards. But we can actually teach Psychic before the Spiker too, and get a little bit of extra training if we wanted to, so that we get 1-hits here, because I think the Weezings were a 2-hit. Yeah, Weezings are a likely 2-hit. By the way, let me just check and make sure. Did all my training make sense here? Probably not this guy. This guy's too scary. The Raticates outspeed me in the Hypno. There's got to be a better trainer to fight than that guy. This guy's also kind of scary, because I wasn't one-hitting the Golbat and it's outspeeding me. Like, I could do this biker training first and teach Psychic, but then I don't have Ice Beam anymore for the Sand Slash, and I really want to one-hit the Rival 5 Sand Slash. I think this is okay. Let me just add a trainer that gives 1500 experience. Let's run through the trainers in Sylph real quick and see who it might make sense to fight. There's that guy who's possible, Scientist 10. He's on the 9th floor. There's also the guy with the... He's kind of out of the way. The Sandshrew Sandslash guy would be pretty good if he was more on the way. Yeah, okay. There's the rocket that has the Zubats and the Golbat. What does he look like if I fight him immediately as soon as I go in? He gives pretty decent experience. Okay, those are all one-shots except for the Raticate. So that's pretty good. I still have to fight this Electrode Weezing guy. That's okay. Well, that guy's a bit more experience than I actually need. That's okay. We're nitpicking at this point. I think that would be okay. All right. So we're gonna just fight Erica first. Go through all this training that we did last time. Get up to level 42. Use 6 rare candies up to 48 for the rival. Fight the one. We're gonna teach Psychic here in the place of Ice Beam. I think these were all 1-hits. It's kind of annoying that we can't. No, it's actually better to teach it when I did, because we want to fight those Tamers. Those Tamers are really good experience, and we want to. It's more important to one-shot the Sandslash than to one-shot the Arbok. But the nice thing is, because we used a couple more rare candies this time, we're getting up to a better level for Koga. I don't think we were quite level 52 for Koga last time, so this is guaranteed one-shots and outspeeds, and then we underspeed the Venomoth, but good ranges against it, so Let's see. We used 5 rare candies before Blaine last time. We can probably skip this psychic. Or maybe we just add 1 trainer here. I like to fight this guy on Route 21, the swimmer who's just south. Does this do it for us? Does that get us up to another level? I assume it does. Yeah. So that gets us to 55 for Blaine. And then how many rare candies do we have? Could Psychic be just enough for Erica, then hold Ice Beam until just before Rival 5? Well, the problem is we're fighting Rival 5 before... We're fighting Rival 5 in between Erica and Koga, right? Two. Oh, 2 defense curls gives us an outspeed on everything. 3 gives us a better damage range against the Arcanine. What if we went crazy and went up to like... No, doesn't make sense. I'm just a little worried about getting growled from the Rapidash. But I think 2 defense curls or 3 makes the most sense, depending on whether we get tail whipped or not. And then we just body slam our way through that fight. Okay, did we have to do all this training before Giovanni? No, I don't think so. I don't think we had to do all that training before Giovanni. We had to just to fix our experience. So if we level up into the Rhydon, that's fine. It doesn't do very much damage to us unless it crits us. So let's see. If we set up Defense Curl, how many times for an outspeed? And a one-shot. 4 times. 4 times outspeeds. 5 is going to give a 1-hit on the Persian. So I think it's 5. It's 5 defense curls. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives us a guarantee against the Nidos. So actually it's just 4. 4, and then body slam this, body slam the Persian, psychic, and then Rhydon's going to be a 3-shot. But if we have a lot of defense curls set up, like look how much damage it's doing. Only 16 to 19% with Earthquake. Almost nothing with Fury Attack. 12 to 15% with Rock Slide. And it's not likely to crit us. And he could guard spec. So I think this is acceptable at level 60 against Giovanni. I think this is fine. Now, unfortunately, this is setting us up to be on like a really bad level curve in the league. A level curve that I really don't like. We might fight a trainer in Victory Road just to offset this. Like, what if we just fight the cool trainer with... Sure, this one. So we fight a cool trainer, does that make our level curve a bit better? It does. It does make our level curve a lot better. That cool trainer is like perfect actually, because look, then we keep our badge boost for Lorelei, and we won't need to teach Mimic. So we just go to, I think 2 defense curls is fine. Yeah, 2 is fine. So we attack with like Thunderbolt or Psychic or something. By the way, I skipped right past Rival 6. We should double check, see what the ranges are. I think they're fine. We level up into Kadabra, which is a little bit annoying, but it shouldn't matter much. We 1-shot that, 2-shot that. We need to see how many defense curls it takes to 1-hit the Execute. That's 4 defense curls. Okay. I think that's okay. Or maybe 5 to 1-shot the Magneton. The Magneton is actually how we can lose this fight if we get like Thunder Waved or something. 5, or we could even fully set up, honestly. 5 also gives us one shot on the Sand Slash, which is kind of nice. Okay, I think this is working. We get to level 67 naturally, and then we use the one rare candy that we have from Victory Road to go up to 68. This is beautiful. This is working very, very nicely. And we just don't bother with Mimic this game. All right. Are we ready for a follow-up playthrough? We should probably do a poll. We didn't really eliminate any optional training here. We changed a little bit of optional training, but I think the main thing that we did is we just lined up the experience properly. We're still fighting pretty much like the same trainers in Sylph. We know that we can level up to 48. Now we know that we can dump all our candies before Blaine, go up to level 59. That's going to line up our experience well for Giovanni. Then we just fight the one cool trainer. I think that's the only optional we added in between runs is this Kingler Tentacruel Blastoise guy. And that lines up our experience for the league. One rare candy just before the champion. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's add a poll. Second playthrough results. The worst one is now going to be over 1 hour because we got under 1 hour in the first playthrough. Okay, so let's go. Best result we can imagine would be what? Sub 50? So we'll put sub 50, sub 55, sub 60, and over 60. Do I still need Psychic at that point, or could I teach Blizzard ahead of Geo? I kind of wanted Psychic just for Agatha. We didn't look at Agatha damage ranges. I guess we can look at that real quick. She can be a bit scary. I think I'm going to just two-shot the Gengar and set up on the Golbat. 2, 3. Looks like 3 defense curls is going to make the most sense because that gives us an outspeed here and a one-shot on the Haunter. Thanks for bringing that up. And then we one-shot with either Psychic or Thunderbolt. And then Bruno, honestly. Because look, you see how much damage Submission does? Of course, we're going to set up with Defense Curl. But, like, we actually keep our badge boost for Bruno now. So we could actually just set up 3 times and one-shot everything. Or we could just one-shot everything with Psychic, and that's probably the way to go. Oh, no, we're underspeeding Hitmonlee. We really don't want to underspeed Hitmonlee. So we'll use 1 Defense Curl against the Onyx here. And then go for the sweep. And if Submission crits us, we'll actually lose against Bruno. But I think Psychic is really nice for Bruno. That's why I'm holding off on Blizzard. I think, Aaron, before the Mew race, I think I would have been with you and I would have done exactly that. I would have taught Blizzard ahead of Giovanni and just managed the league without Psychic. But one thing to consider is how fast you knock things out too, right? So if you're using Blizzard and setup like defense curls to badge boost Blizzard enough to do enough against league members and you're not getting super effective damage against Bruno and Agatha, you don't actually realize how much time you're kind of wasting there. And then that also puts in a position where we have to save more elixirs because it's harder to get through the league PP management wise when you're using a Blizzard move with 5 PP versus Psychic has 10. And it's, doing more damage when it's hitting super effective. So, okay, let's, I forgot to stop my recording, so I have a lot of extra there. I think it's time to go into the follow-up playthrough. Clefairy 2. Let's change the split comparison. That was going up against my first run with Parasect, by the way, which was very rough. That's hilarious. My first run with Parasect was 1 hour and 7 minutes. Not sure if I should admit that, but it was. Okay. Now we'll compare apples to apples, so to speak. Oh, we didn't look at Brock. We need to look at Brock. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, this game is like endlessly fascinating because as soon as you know more about the game, there are even more things to consider, which you hadn't considered before. We didn't look at the Brock split, and we should have. I think 15 felt like the right amount, but we should just check quickly, like if we're setting up growls on them, like what the tipping point is. So like if we hit with 1 growl, 2 growls, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'd have to hit the Geodude with 6 growls to delay it down to 1 to 2 damage. So I think just doing 2 growls probably makes the most sense. I think so. Because one thing to consider too is if we invest 4 more turns in the growls, we give it more and more chances to crit us as well and do full damage. So I think 2 against the Geodude is correct. And then let's look at the damage against Onix. I think setting up 1 blind makes sense, especially because bind goes from 2 to 3 to 1 to 2, and tackle goes from 3 to 4 to 2 to 3. So I think we just set up the 1 growl actually, and then we start going for pound against Onix until it goes for bite, and then we sing it. We should look at the blackouts as well. So we have a bunch of blackouts here. We need to buy an escape rope. And I don't want to fight the random encounters here. I think we should add in... By the way, how does this look if we don't fight that Caterpie trainer? I'm going to move this up. We're just going to see, would we beat the Diglett or not on minimum battles? Because if so, we don't want to fight that trainer immediately. We win this fight. Look, we're 3 hitting it at level 7, and it's 6 hitting us. Okay. So that's good to know. So we're going to move Bugcatcher 1 from here to down here. That will make blocking out better in the early game. We almost forgot to look at this, but this is pretty important, actually. This is a nuance, but it can really speed up our early game if we get more blackouts against the trainer before he starts being slow to knock out. Okay. And then we can add the Lass as well, I think. And that brings us up to level 15. Could we do away with one of these? No. So we'll use an escape rope and we'll fight all these and then escape rope back. So this is how many blackouts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blackouts to the Diglett. Let me just confirm that quickly because I think it's easier to look at when we just put the number here. 9 blackouts lines us up for a level up after this Nidoran. And then we get level 15 for Brock. Okay. I don't think so, because the Jolteon is scary. I don't think we want to fight against the Jolteon. By the way, I'm not going to be resetting at Brock, etc. This is it. So one thing that I really want to try here is a format where we just accept the 1 try. So we're not going to go for like absurdly lucky Brocks. I think the Sandshrew stream, it just didn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel like the right way to do these streams. I think instead what we should be optimizing for is not like what you could do with 10 playthroughs. I want to optimize it for what's the fastest expected value for 1 playthrough. That doesn't mean we won't take risks. We will take calculated risks when we think on average it's going to pay off. But I want that calculation to be for a single playthrough. Like, let's say it was me against Speedrunner, like in one of his backport races or something, right? I want it to be a format where we look at the optimizations and we just say, okay, like short break in between runs, let's run it back again and let's see who gets the fastest time. And there's 1 shot for each of us. I think even though there's no opponent, so to speak, in this playthrough, I think that's the way that I'd like to approach these streams. I think it's going to be interesting that way. So if we take a risky Brock strategy, we're going to have to be willing to reset over and over again or Blackout on them, which I'd prefer not to do. Because I don't think going for like a really risky one at like level 13 or something is on average going to yield faster results than just going for level 15. Oh, we don't need that anymore. All right, let's go. Oh. You all right there, Super Shucky? Okay. Oh, Mew, great. I did it. No, it's Mew. Okay. Let's play with Clefairy. All right, Clefairy, round 2. Go, go. I don't think it's worth growling the Eevee at the beginning, by the way. I will accept a reset at the rival. I'm not going to fight against Vaporeon after all that planning. But I don't think it's going to come down to that. Yeah, fine. Okay, we made it past the rival fight. Now the run has started. We will not be restarting. Even though we talked to Oak an extra time by accident. Okay, so remember the strategy. We're going to rush through the forest. We're going to black out 9 times on the junior trainer. Which might be hard to remember. Like, not that we're supposed to do it 9 times, but that to count to 9. Sometimes counting is difficult. So we're just running through all of this stuff. We don't want to fight any optionals. Every optional trainer is going to mean that we're at a higher level faster and be able to black out fewer times against the Diglett. Pound ranges are not great at level 6 against the Caterpie, but it's mostly just wasting time. And we don't care about that little bit of damage. We have to heal here anyway. We're going to remember to buy the escape rope. That's an important piece of this because we're going to escape rope out of the forest at the end of this. So there's 1 escape rope. Got to need a bunch of potions. Whoops. Let's buy some antidotes. Maybe 1 paralyzed heal I think is going to be fine. Let's do 2 more potions. Okay. We're down to 25 Pokédollars. That's efficient enough. And let's start Blackout training. So this is number 1. We gotta keep track here. Make sure we do it 9 times. We like to see the crits because we know we're going to win that fight anyway. So it's just kind of speeding up the Blackout process. I think we were speed tied against the Sandshrew there, interestingly. Yes, we are speed tied. Moving second against the Diglett. Diglett's quite fast. It does cost a few frames having its HP stat go down when we growl, or when we pound. But if we growl, it slows down the fight even more. All right, that's the second Blackout. We need to do 9, remember? So this is number 3. I think we saw a Gen 1 miss from the Sandshrew last time, by the way, which is why we almost won that fight. Normally, we could not win that fight under ordinary luck circumstances. This is fight number 4. We need to play around our own crit here. Fight number 5. We'll see how much of a difference it makes, by the way, in the Brock split. Well, hopefully we get through on the first try. But even if we get through on our second try, it should be quite a bit faster this time. I don't know exactly how much faster, but maybe 20 seconds faster when we don't have to backtrack through the forest. And we escape rope out. And we started Blackout training earlier. It should matter. Okay, this is fight number 6. It's starting to get slow to be knocked out. Okay, we're going to have to switch to Growl. This is fight number 7. Two more after this. If we crit again, then we're going to win. So we have to play around that. So this is getting quite slow here. Don't love how slow this is. But we only have to do this 2 more times. 1 more time after this. Oh, just Gen 1 missed. Come on, crit a Stiglet. Get a crit. You love to crit. You love to crit. Oh, it's doing 1 damage now. Come on. Just crit us once. There we go. Okay, let's knock it out now. Just wanted it to soften us up a bit. We have to play around our own crits, as well as kind of hope for their crits. Okay, this is the last Blackout on him. And then we go through the forest after this. Well, then we beat him after this, actually. So this is our last Blackout. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the win now. Against the Diglett. Okay, now we're going to go win. And then we're going to backtrack through the forest. I have to say all this out loud or I'm going to forget. Okay, level 13, we learned Sing. Cool. And then we're going to get the other level and a half from fighting the bugs. I don't have the same kind of muscle memory moving back through the forest, so it does tend to be a bit slower for me routing back through there. I think Redriosi has done this enough times where he probably has a great muscle memory going through the forest forwards and backwards. But for me, I bump into stuff going backwards. I'm just not used to this. Okay. I feel like, did we Blackout too many times? It feels like we're going to get to 15 before fighting the Nidorans. But maybe not. No, I think we did it right. It's just the leveling up just gets so much slower. Like, it's so much faster to go from 12 to 13 than it is to go from 14 to 15, even with the fast growth rate. Okay. So we beat the Nidoran person. Maybe we did Blackout 1 too many times. Like, look at this. Yeah, maybe it was 1 too many times. That's fine. Let's escape rope out of here. Heal before Brock. We are going to say before Brock we will accept a reset. Or however many resets it takes, but hopefully we get it first try. Because this is it's a very doable Brock strat. So I don't remember if it was 2 growls or 3. I think it was 2. Yeah, it was 2. You can tell because it goes down to 2 damage against us. And then we're going to set up 1 growl against the Onyx and then just start pounding until it uses bite, and then we're going to put it to sleep. Oh, it screeched. That changes the math. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, bind is doing a lot of damage. Okay, this is not a good start to this fight. This is an awful start to this fight. He just went for screech and bind. Oh no. We needed to bide. Okay. We're going to switch to Sing blind here. Oh, look at that. We nailed it. So that's one thing you can do is if it's been sleeping for a while. Oh. Okay. Well, we took 1 reset last time. We're taking 1 this time. Hopefully this is it. If it's been singing for like, or if it's been sleeping for like 5 turns, it makes sense to just switch to Sing blindly, because then you have a chance of putting it to sleep as soon as it wakes up and keeping it asleep during its bide counter. I think the math makes sense on that. Hopefully we don't hit... Oh, gosh, an immediate screech again. Dude, this is not... Dude, 3 screeches? No! And now it's just attacking us with tackle. Great. And bind. Oh, no. This is a disaster. Okay, sleep. Sleep for a very long time, Onyx, please. Sleep. Okay. Sleeps again. Oh. Oh! Heartbreaker. Oh, no. I should have switched to Sing, I guess. I was hoping. That's painful. That's so painful. Sub 55 chances are on the line here. Come on, Brock. Definitely level 13 would have been a disaster if this is how hard it is. See, is it that hard to use bide? Okay, let's go. Use bide again, please. Bide. Bide. Yes. Okay. Sing. No. Okay, got another chance. We're getting the 2-turn bides instead of the 3-turn bides, which is kind of painful. But at least bind is only doing 1 now because he hasn't hit us with screech. So that's giving us a chance. 2-turn? Nope. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, if I get 1 more, I will restart. Because this is just... This wouldn't feel right to take 4 resets against Brock. This would feel like exceptionally unlucky. Because this is a very doable fight at this level. Okay. I need Sing to land. 55% accuracy is not great, it has to be said. Okay. Immediately Sing. And it uses all the full heals. Let's test it. Let's test it. Hi, Imra. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible that just going for the Sings over and over. I think still 1 growl to reduce the damage that we're taking when it hits us. And then just Sing over and over again until all the full heals are burned through. That could be the way to go. I could see that. We could just do it blind because we know he's going to full restore. Okay, is that all of them? We're down to 4 Sings. But that's probably good enough. Well, we're down to 0 Sings, but if we just attack from this point, like, yeah, look how much health we have. Holy cow. Dude, I gotta hand it to you, Aaron. That's the play. That's the play. That felt way better. Like, we went down to 0 Sing PP, so if we got unlucky with Sing, we could still, of course, lose. But that felt like, I mean, we got a first try victory. That felt a lot better. Huh. Huh. All right. Shout out to Aaron Graham in the chat. You were right, my friend. We're going to restart this, and we're going to give Clefairy a better chance. The playthrough that it deserves. We were only 33 experience away from the next level, by the way. So I think it's going to fight. It's going to make sense to fight one. To do 8 of these instead of 9 blackouts, and then just fight like one Pidgey in the forest or something. If we fight one level 5 Pidgey, then we get there. Yeah, I definitely think that it should be better chances than that. Like, let me just look. I'm pretty sure I need 15 for 2 to 3 damage, but like, let's just take a trainer off and see. Oh, I don't. The difference is that Geodude, 3 to 4 damage against Geodude at level 14 versus 4 to 5 against. Yeah, I think we're training fast enough. I think that we take the better Geodude. We don't want to be on low health going to the Onyx every time. Because it did get a little sketchy there at the end, too. Okay, we're still going to go in at level 15. We're going to fight one wild. And, okay, I'm going to go for a quick restroom break. And then we're going to run this back for playthrough number 3. Be right back. What's up, Smash Math? Yeah, you got here at a great time. We're about to do the second playthrough for Clefairy. First playthrough, 59 minutes. Really, really good Pokemon. The whole premise of this, by the way, if you're joining now, if you weren't here at the very, very beginning when I launched the stream, the whole premise is that the community thinks, I've heard this from different people, that my reputation is I'm pretty good at optimized playthroughs, but that I'm not so good at just picking up a Pokemon and playing them. And I'm not so good at unevolved Pokemon, like with low stats and stuff. So I was thinking, hey, let me play an unevolved Pokemon. And I picked it randomly, by the way. I used like I put together a list of all the unevolved Pokemon that I hadn't played yet. And we picked this one randomly. And it turns out that Clefairy is incredible. So this doesn't feel like much of a test for like, am I good with bad Pokemon? Because Clefairy is not a bad Pokemon. Clefairy is quite a capable Pokemon. But nevertheless, this is testing the other part of this, which is, can I just pick up a Pokemon and play it? And sub-hour for my first playthrough, I thought was pretty solid. So, I mean, I'll let the community judge, but I was pretty happy with it. Hardest parts other than Brock were Blaine, which we got lucky against and got a first try. But I thought it was going to be a lot worse. We got through on 1 health, by the way. And Giovanni caused problems because we didn't have experience lined up properly. And so Giovanni was not easy. And then the champion is always a threat. And we took a couple resets against the champion, but we didn't get walled too long. So we were able to sneak in just under an hour. We're running through the forest and we're going to do 8 blackouts on the Diglett. And then we're going to backtrack through the forest, escape rope out after fighting the last. We are going to fight 1 wild or 2 wilds, depending on the level of the Pokemon we run into. We do need that with the 8 blackouts. Okay. Let's make sure we don't forget the escape rope. Buy 1 paralyzed heal. Let's go 4 antidotes and 1 more potion. Okay. And we need to make sure we count to 8 properly. Here's 1. Nice thing is that we just organically lose the first couple times. Okay, this is fight number 2. Here we're still like hoping for it to crit us and stuff though, just to speed things up a little bit. Okay. Here we'll probably have to mix in a couple growls on fight number 3 just to not win. It's not a great stalling move. It really isn't. That's why we're going to finish our training in the forest. We would much rather stall with Tail Whip. But growl is better than nothing. At least we can lose. Alright, this is number 4. And if we stall against the Diglett can crit us too, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it's better than Sing. Yeah, rolling for Sing misses and then you get like the 7-turn Sing is not where you want to be. Yeah. Wait, is this 5? Is this 5? Is this gonna be Blackout 5? I hope someone else was counting besides me. Hopefully someone was counting. I think this was 5. Okay, I think this is 6. Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure this is 6. If we have to fight a couple extra wilds, it's not the end of the world. Should have switched to Growl against the Diglett there. Yeah, we have to Growl so early now. It's kind of painful around this point where we're really hoping to get crit. And when we're hoping to get crit, we would rather get crit against the Diglett, of course, because the Diglett has a higher chance of critting us. Okay, this is going to be Blackout number 7. 15. We're trying to get to 15. Ah, dang it. I held the button down too long. I tried to change, but not in time. Okay. This is going to be a little bit painful. Please crit us. It's 2 damage per hit at least instead of 1. If it was 1, that would be exceptionally painful. Oh, and we got a crit there. Okay, it wasn't too bad. All right, and this is the last Blackout that we're taking. After this, we win on purpose. Oh, Scott's doing for Alligator today. Oh, no, we crit it. I was ready to switch that time. All right, this is the last Blackout, though. So after this one, we'll beat the trainer on purpose. Then we'll go back to the forest. Yeah, actually, I don't want to compete with Scott's stream. In fact, I'd rather watch Scott's stream than compete with it. So this is my last playthrough with Clefairy. I got a really early start, which is why I think we didn't have many people here at first, but now we have people here, which is great. But yeah, I think this should be less than an hour. We should be done before Scott starts. Okay. I need to do something quickly, which is pause and turn the encounters on. And this is going to be really a brief pause because we only want one good encounter. Let's see. Oh, it's a level 4 Pidgey, which is not a great encounter, which means we have to take a second one. Oh, I think the Pidgey filter might be on. No, it's not. But whatever. Okay. That's all we needed. We can... Oh, let's unpause. We can just fight the trainers from here on out. Oh, it's scheduled for 2 p.m.? Okay, cool. So yeah, we're not even close to competing with Scott's stream. That's good. I'm sure everyone probably knows, but I'm a big fan of Scott's channel. He got me interested in running myself. The fact that he makes the overlay available publicly is incredible. Big fan of Scott's thoughts. He's the best YouTuber out there, in my opinion. I'm going to do a safety potion once, just in case things go sideways against the Nidorans. It would be pretty unlikely, but it would also be really painful to have to backtrack through the forest or fight wild, so we'll just do this. Okay. All right, that's fine. 1 potion. And then we're going to go with the strategy that Aaron came up with, which I love, which is just, instead of going for Sing on Brock, like, only during Bide, we're just going to try to power through all the full heals. Ooh, that's a good Geodude, too. It got the 5% tackle miss on the first hit, which is the one that's going to do the most damage because I'm setting up a Growl. So 1 Growl. Oh, well, okay. Now we're just going to go for Sings. Okay, we're missing a lot with Sing. That's not great. Okay, we're hitting now. Oh no, stop. Okay. Oh, a crit. Oh, I was going to survive a normal hit, but it crit me. No, that's so sad. Oh. I was supposed to growl twice. I'm taking too much damage. Scott did everything with this content I would have if I had time to be a YouTuber. Yeah. Yeah. Scott has done a ton of things right, that's for sure. Okay, it happened to be biting. Okay. Oh, right. We should be singing. Okay, he's out of full heals now, so that's excellent. Oh, we are... Well, actually, maybe it's done well enough. Yeah, it did well enough. Okay, all right. This is okay. We got a 34-second increase, or We did 34 seconds better than the first run. The first run had 1 reset to Brock. This had a very quick reset to Brock. So we're basically on par with the first run. But I think the 34 seconds are because the strategy was better this time for blacking out on the junior trainer, backtracking through the forest. It was faster, more efficient this time than it was in the first playthrough. Okay. But like the first playthrough, we forgot that we need to backtrack and heal after Brock because we run out of pound. Yeah. And this time, I don't think I was even going to get through those other 2 trainers. Last time we had enough. Maybe we got some crits or something. But this time I looked at my my PP, and I don't think I was even going to get to the point where I could fight the last. Obviously, if you have to backtrack, it's better to backtrack during that last here, because we have to backtrack partially anyway to reset her position. But I don't think we were going to make it through her, so that's why I backtracked first. And the big change in the early game we're making is that we're picking up Mega Punch this time. I actually meant to do it last time, but I was like, oh, whatever, Pound's probably fine. We'll use Water Gun too. It's not that big of a deal. We're not missing much. I actually think that's wrong. I think we are missing quite a lot. After looking at the damage ranges, it seems like Mega Punch is going to be very helpful for us. I assumed with the higher special, we were just going to be bubble beaming most things on Nugget Bridge anyway, but that's not really the case. Because Brock gives us the badge boost. And because we get stabbed. So you combine those together and Mega Punch is actually doing considerably more damage than Bubble Beam to most opponents. And I'm overriding Sing because I don't think we're going to use it. Last time we used it against the Staryu, which was kind of cool. But Mega Punch is going to be... Mega Punch is just going to be better, I think, than Sing against the Staryu. I don't think that's really necessary. And then we're biting against the Starmie, so... Mega Punch gave 1-hit ranges on a lot of these Pokemon. Like, I think Voltorb is a 1-hit, and then the Coughing becomes a 2-hit rather than like a 3 or 4-hit. So Mega Punch really is quite good here. We should actually change its position to the top slot just for the next couple fights. Or, not the next couple fights, but like the next section of the game. Missing the range there is not ideal when it wraps us 4 times, but what are you going to do? Okay. The Meowth always finds ways to be annoying. It's not ever really a problem with the fully evolved Pokemon unless you're going on low health or something, but if you're playing a unevolved Pokemon, then yeah, sometimes Team Rocket can be a problem there. The Meowth likes to screech you, soften you up for the Coughing. Okay, level 20 is good enough. We're just going to go straight for Misty here. Mega Punch should be a 2-hit on the Goldeen. Got through clean. Of course, we have to save here because we're relying on bide strats, so it's going to be inherently inconsistent. Nice. Crit was good. Tackle's fine. Bubble Beam did a lot of damage. Perfect. Let's go. First try Misty again. Let's go. Clefairy doing it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and overwrite Bide here. We don't need it anymore. We can keep Water Gun and Pound around. I mean, they're not really that helpful either, but we can use it for chip damage, I suppose. PP management, that sort of thing. Mega Punch one-hitting the Spearow is a nice improvement. We didn't have that last time. And then I think it should give us good damage against the Eevee. We can just finish it off with Pound. Nice. And then this rival goes down pretty smoothly, and the rest of Nugget Bridge should be faster as well. Unless we get like a ton of Mega Punch misses, we should gain a little bit of time on the first run because now we have Mega Punch. unlike before, and Mega Punch is going to give us a number of 1 hits that we couldn't get before. Like this Pidgey and this Nidoran were both 2 hits with Bubble Beam, but with Mega Punch, they're 1 hits. And even if we miss an attack like that, okay, it was still 3 turns of battle instead of 4. So we are gaining there. I think Bubble Beam was a 1-shot on the Rattata, so for accuracy, we switched to there, and then boom, Mega Punch again for the Zubat and the Ekans. And it's not just 1 hitting versus 2 hitting. There are big differences in like 1 hitting the Ekans when it could wrap you, 1 hitting the Zubat when it could supersonic you. You're not just saving one turn, you're potentially saving a lot more than 1 turn. We don't want minimize. Thank you though. I don't want to join Team Rocket. Thank you though. Yeah, and so we saw another Mega Punch there, and you could say on the one hand, like, oh, that's kind of tilting, like Mega Punch keeps missing, was it 85% accurate? But it's still saving a lot of turns on average, so we're still quite happy to be using that move. For PP, I'll switch to Water Gun, although we are going to pick up an Elixir here. I think there's a chance I won't even need to use it. Nah, I'll need to use it, I think. Well, maybe not, actually, because I think... Oh, I didn't need to fight the Hiker anymore because I was going a little overkill experience-wise before. So we're just going to switch here. Yeah, I don't need to use it. I don't need to use it. Although maybe I will anyway. No, I'll use the Ether here because we still have a lot of Bubble Beam. So we'll use the Ether here and save the... We'll pocket the Elixir for later for a rainy day. We are doing a decent amount of training in Sylph, so... we'll use the Ether here in the top slot, heal up, and we're going to skip the Cerulean heal. We backtracked a little bit last time. We won't need to this time. Yeah, if I could say yes and change the story, like, yeah, I'm going to join Team Rocket. The rival 5 fight in Sylph becomes the good guy against the bad guy, where your rival is trying to take you down with Sandslash and Cloyster because you've joined the dark side. It's kind of fun. That Drowsy crit didn't matter, by the way. It's a very favorable range even without the crit. Yeah, I know. As a kid, I kind of wanted to say yes, too. I was like, well, what would happen? Like, the curiosity gets the best of you. Like, what if I could just join Team Rocket? Why don't you give me an option? Maybe you could infiltrate them, too, right? You could still be a good guy. You're just infiltrating the bad guys. Move the super potions up. Okay. I was thinking it could double kick me there, which I didn't really want to go up against. So I healed first before fighting it. Oh yeah, a Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Sylph experience. Oh, the burn there is kind of annoying. I have to use the full restore now. That's okay. It's a good thing we have a lot of healing items, so it's not as tilting as it would be if we were like just trying to get through without buying any super potions, if money was really tight, that sort of thing. Like, nah, we're fine. We just use the full restore. That's kind of what it's there for, is emergencies, right? It's our break glass answer. So here we got the answer we needed. We're going to teach dig, cut, and then use 1 potion. Because Surge gets clowned on a lot, but he could be quite scary. He's got good stats. So if he uses Mega Kick, he's going to do a lot of damage. Thankfully, we do have a 2-hit range. So, especially when we proc the paralysis, things look pretty good for us. But like a Thunderbolt and a Mega Kick would have knocked us out there, I'm sure of it. Because we have pretty squishy physical defense. We're going to skip Squirtle this time. We didn't need it. We could go for Lapras instead. Be just marginally faster. By the way, I know it says we have 2 resets here. That's more like 1 reset. One of them was a very quick reset where I just kind of set up improperly against Brock. By the way, that's a little thing that I learned from Austin recently. Well, Austin was watching a ×1 speedrunner play. When you're teaching Thunderbolt, you can put... well, even if you're not, but you can put the repel in the second slot. That's typically what I do. I want the bike in the top slot, but oh, I should have switched to Body Slam for that, but not a big deal. If you reverse the order, you put the bike in the second slot. That puts the repels at the top just for this section because you're going to stay on the bike the whole time. And then once you... Oh, Gen 1 miss on Bubble Beam. Once you use those 3 repels, then the bike goes to the top slot organically. So it just saves you a couple clicks there. Quite nice. It's a very small little, very small optimization, but it feels really good. And you add enough of those small little optimizations, over time you're going to be a better player. See, I had the habit there of moving my cursor down. So I moved down to the bike and had to move back up to the repel. That's part of the, you know, you have to fight your muscle memory at first. But then eventually you develop new muscle memory. And then you don't have to fight it anymore. And it's actually something that's speeding you up rather than slowing you down. No metronome, thank you though. I do like that we're keeping Body Slam the whole way this time, because Clefairy does have quite good physical attack, and we get Stab, so it's going to feel quite nice to just kind of hold on to that move throughout the whole playthrough. Ooh, didn't really expect the Vulpix to live there, but we need a heal anyway to set our rally point. So we don't really lose anything from getting burned there. This is far less annoying than when the Ponyta burned us earlier. This time, it's just a few frames. Don't really care about that. It's not going to move the needle. Pound's still on the set. Yeah, actually, I think it's going to be good for the Doduo. I didn't plan it like that, but last time I Bubble Beamed it and it survived on, like, low red. So there's a chance that, you know... There's a chance that that's a range. It's most likely a range. Oh, I don't know if we remove that trainer. We'll just have to make sure that we get to level... Yeah. Interesting. I don't think I removed him from the EXP router. So we'll have to make sure that we actually still have enough experience in Sylph. Yes, please give me Ice Beam. Sell the nuggets. Buy 2 Carbos. Why do I feel like I'm low on money? Sell. Counter. I am low on money. I'm going to have to sell maybe like a potion and then maybe a super potion. It's frustrating. Yeah, going to have to sell a super potion. Okay, buy Great Ball. All right, now please don't be the 6% Doduo that comes out. Don't do it to me, Doduo. Don't do it to me. Okay. Sketchy. I think it's a 94% chance to catch it when you damage it that much. Would have been quite painful if that had been the time. Normally I buy 2 just for that reason. Oh, where's Ice Beam? There. I went right past it. Are you serious? This is the exact same place that Scott overwrote Body Slam with Clefable. Oh. Unlike Scott, this is not going on a tier list. I'm gonna resume from replay and finish this because I don't have time to restart a playthrough right now. I do hate doing that, but this is gonna be a what could have been. Do I need Body Slam? Okay, all right, that's a question, right? Can I play this out without Body Slam the rest of the way? All right, so I already passed Double Edge as part of the problem here. Like, I'd have to go back into Rocket Hideout to pick out Double Edge. Can I go through with only a special set? Like, the main problem is the Alakazam, obviously. And the Kadabra and all that. Like, it's not good. I could go pick up Tri-Attack. Tri-Attack is almost the same thing. Oh my god, I can teach Strength. I can teach Strength. Because I'm going to get that soon enough. We're teaching Strength. This is going to be a really strong Clefairy. We're going to teach Strength. Should be close enough for the damage ranges. Because we were never going to overwrite Body Slam. So we'll just teach Strength instead. It'll be good enough. It'll be good enough. All right. Cool. Well, we have extra learn set flexibility now. So we're going to teach this immediately over Bubble Beam. We're going to make lemons out of lemonade. Let's go. Let's keep the valid run going. Feels really weird having Pound on the moveset, by the way. Could have definitely kept Bubble Beam. Whoops. But we'll have Strength soon to put in the place of Pound. We're not saving. We have Psychic. The Psychic one-shotting? Oh, Psychic's one-shotting. Okay, I could have skipped that Super Potion. We're going to do things in a slightly different order this time. Well, no, I'm going to mess things up if I go get the Bikers first, but I need Strength. I kind of need Strength for Rival 5. Yeah, I need Strength for Rival 5. Oh, this one's faster than me? That's so funny. It's 1 speed faster than me. Yeah, I keep sleeping on Bubble Beam for Blaine, but that's okay. I think it's going to make more sense to hit it with physical attacks anyway. Most likely. Because we'll be badge boosting that, but at Blaine we're not badge boosting our special. We're only badge boosting our physical attack. So the paralysis upside would have been really nice against Blaine, but we won't have it, so that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go fight the bikers and then Erica after that. And since we're going down this way now, I am going to fight a couple more of the bikers and just skip a little bit of the Sylph training instead. Because I think Psychic's going to make this pretty good. Did I use the Carbos yet? Oh, I'm not sure. Did I use the Carbos yet? This guy's pretty decent training. Especially when you one-hit his Pokemon. Oh, 2 hits okay too. Okay, so I guess I used the Carbos. Okay, just missing the ranges there. Just hold down Psychic the rest of the way. And this does have the benefit of taking us to level 37 right before going through here. Right. Okay. Have to get strength. We can't use it outside of battle yet. I should have fight Erica first because I don't need strength for. Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake there. If I fought Erica first, I could have picked up the Warden Candy in one go. But now we'll have to do it after Koga, which is okay. I assume Psychic and Ice Beam are one-shots on all these Pokemon. So I'll just use Psychic for these and then Ice Beam for the other ones. And if I get through on high health, then I'm going to save just for safety. Sleep Powder is a thing. If I get through on high health, then I won't heal again before I go to Saffron. Or maybe I want to anyway. Yeah, well, now I definitely will. But I was just thinking, okay, if I'm in Saffron, then I can reset the rally point. Nice. Okay. Yeah, Erica's not too bad as expected. We're two-shotting all of our Pokemon. So things could go south there, but pretty favored for us, I think. Yeah, I like Strength over Takedown for recoil, but mostly for accuracy. It's a 100% accurate move. All right. We're supposed to get to level 42 here before using a bunch of rare candies. Did I mess up? Yeah, I'm going to have to just fight the Kadabra, aren't I? Without strength. And I'm supposed to teach, I'll have to teach strength later, right? Yeah, hold up. I didn't have both these on my set. I was overriding Ice Beam with Psychic before. Why do I think I had more space than that? Because Body Slam's gone? But if I teach Strength, then Body Slam's not gone anymore, so I no longer have that flexibility. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. I think we can fight Kadabra at a high enough level, just like accept a two-shot with Ice Beam or Thunderbolt or something. I think that probably should be okay. And we'll just teach Strength later. Going through this at a higher level, this training does feel much safer in Sylph. It felt quite sketchy last time. we need to use an elixir. We have plenty of them. This is going to be quite nice, actually, just to get us to level 42. And then we'll use the candies. Now, we were fighting the biker boss before, so we're going to have to find a little bit of optional training after that, but that's okay. Oh, rare candies first. 1, 2. I think level 48 is the level we wanted for one-shots against the Sandslash and the Cloyster. Ranges are worse against Magneton, and they're definitely going to be worse against Kadabra as well. I was hoping for a 2-hit, but it looks like it's probably not likely. Okay, 3-hit instead. Oh my gosh, that was close. That was really close. We're low on healing items. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Hyper Potion, use that, and then we do need to pick up the Lapras too. Was that a Carbos in my bag? Yes, it's 2 Carbos in my bag. Yeah, not bad. We got through on the first try. We barely got through, but we got through. So, not too bad. I think I don't need Ice Beam for this next fight. I can just Psychic the Rhyhorn. It'll probably be a 2-hit, but that's okay. And Thunderbolt the first 2 Pokemon. Nidorino's not a ground type yet, so should be alright. Ooh, that hits really hard. Don't. Oh my god. Double kick missed? That's a Gen 1 miss. Double kick's 100% accurate. That was going to be close. And we went in with full health too. Like that. That was that was scary. I don't like that. Giovanni and Sylph is not supposed to be a threat. Okay, we're going to go ahead and teach Strength now. That's Surf. I do prefer to have Ice Beam available for the Sandslash, but in this case, I don't want to fight the Psychic Pokemon here. It would be a lot slower without having a physical move, so we're just going to say goodbye a little bit early to Ice Beam. I think it's okay. We can accept a 2-hit on the Sandslash. Just hope that it doesn't Sand Attack us, but even if it does, we should probably be fine most of the time. Now our damage ranges didn't, or our experience hasn't changed that much here. Like it is going to be a little worse against Koga, but not a lot worse. Sorry. Yeah, just a tiny bit worse, right? Because we had fought the biker in the previous, like biker boss in the previous run. This time, I think we're going to have to get an extra level. So we might actually have to pause and take a quick look at our experience. Do we want to be poisoned? I think we don't mind being... Oh, we need to use an elixir, though. I think we don't mind being poisoned for this fight, because that means we can't be hit with Toxic. And, like, Toxic double team shenanigans will every once in a while cause a loss. So being poisoned here is okay. Yeah, exactly. Well, one thing that we're really grateful about with Clefairy is that we have an incredible amount of flexibility in the learn set, right? Most Pokemon would not be able to handle just like... Oh, I forgot that I already taught that. Just because of habit, I'm going to teach it again, because I'm going to forget to use Strength if it's on my Clefairy. We are going to take a quick pause and just fix our experience routing. So last time... And can you see my screen here? Let's see. I should still be sharing it, I think. Last time we fought the biker before Koga. So that ended up taking us to the right level that we needed for Blaine. But here we're going to be short. And we had the Psychic in already too. 2,900 experience needed. There are trainers on Route 21 that are really good to train on, like the swimmer with the Poliwhirl. How much does that give? Not quite enough. But we don't have to fight this swimmer. We could fight one that gives a little bit higher experience yields. Like that guy. Does that do it? Yeah, that does it. Okay, so we could fight like these two. And you might not be used to seeing these swimmers. But this one is sharing, right? I think so. So I'm going to show you. This is what I do. And this is a look behind the hood here. Route 21 game FAQ. Whenever I'm not totally sure where a trainer is, like I know I've fought them before, but I'm not like 100% confident where they are, I double check here. I go to the game FAQ, or I Google for it, and I check. So this is a map of Route 21. This is Psych right up here, Fisherman A. Always fight him, right? If you're going to train in this area, that's really good. But then say we want to fight the Seadra Tentacruel guy. That's Swimmer D. Swimmer D is a good one to fight. And so is Swimmer H. So we look at where Swimmer D and Swimmer H are. Swimmer D is this guy right here on the left. And then Swimmer H is this guy down here. Now we may even be able to do something a little bit easier than this. Like how close are we? Maybe instead of this swimmer who's kind of hard to catch, or this one's kind of hard to catch actually, because this guy's on the left side. What does Cue Ball C have? Cue Ball C is the Tentacruel person. So can we make this a little easier on ourselves and just fight like these two right here, Cue Ball C and Swimmer D? It would be easier from like a, cognitive load perspective. So the Seadra Tentacruel person, no, it's the Tentacruel person, the Cue Ball. And it was the Seadra Tentacruel person. So if I fight these two, that is enough. Okay. So this swimmer and this Cue Ball right here in Psych. So it's going to be really easy. Psych, these two trainers right here, and then I run past. And we switched out this swimmer because this swimmer doesn't give as much experience, even though he's right on the way. Yeah, Psych alone's not going to be enough. So we're basically, because we didn't have the biker boss, we have to replace him with two trainers because the biker boss, we fought him earlier for experience and skipped some self training. So we have to sub these two trainers instead of fighting Psych on, or instead of fighting biker boss on this section. Okay. So we are right now flying to go to the mansion. So we're going to go to the mansion. We're going to fight those Psych and those trainers on the way. Then we're going to dig out of the mansion, fight Sabrina, and then Candy before Blaine. Okay, let's go. And Thunderbolt's a fantastic move for training in this section too. Makes training really, really nice. Feels really smooth when you have Thunderbolt because it's got a lot of PP and it just really does a lot to the water types. Oh, Thunderbolt almost got the one shot there. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. It was pretty quick training, pretty efficient. Gonna go ahead and use that just to get it out of my bag. Whenever you have to pick up Blizzard, you really have to pick up you need to open slots. Blizzard and a secret key. Okay, and now we're gonna go fight Sabrina. We're gonna skip Mimic. We don't need Mimic this run. We're not using it. Oh. Oh. No, where am I? Okay, I wanted to be here. Oh no. Oh no. I lost track of where I am. Okay, I'm supposed to be here to fight this trainer. I'm pretty sure it's this trainer. I forgot that I was supposed to take the diagonal, and that's why I got lost for a second. This is the best experienced yield trainer in the gym, and we routed it in, so we needed to fight it. This is a little sloppy, but I still think we can beat the pace from the previous run. 55 is still on the table, by the way. Like, we're not going to go sub 50. That's basically impossible. Okay. I have really bad accuracy now, but I'm hitting really hard with these badge boosts. Oh, look at that. Let's go. Dude, strength is a strong Clefairy. Let's go. And we've lined it up to dump the rest of our candies here. So we're going to do that now. 4 rare candies, up to 59 before Blaine. The only other candy we're going to use is right before the champion. Make sure we answer these correctly. It's yes, and then no, no, no. A yes, and then no for Tombstoner. All right, let's see how bad Blaine's going to be. We haven't had a reset since Brock, so let's see. Come on. That's the 3 badge boosts we needed to get 2 shots and outspeeds. Okay, takedown did not do very much there. Oh, a crit, but that put us into 2-hit range. That's normally a 3-hit. That actually worked out beautifully. Another first try victory against Blaine. Let's go. Yeah, no down the whole column in the middle. It makes it a lot easier to remember. Yeah, that's true. I almost panicked again. I forgot that we do have Psychic for this fight. And the Rhyhorn is like, you need an ice move. You need to have an ice move. You need Bubble Beam. It's like, no, no, you don't. You can just Psychic one-hit it. Why do I feel like we have a bit too much experience? Oh, we are leveling up into the Rhydon. I really hope we're okay here and we don't level up into the Nidoking. Let's see. It was 4 defense curls, if I remember right. Oh, the crit there is bad. Okay. Well. We're not dead yet. We're still not dead yet. The Rhydon could drop the ball. No! So close. It horn drilled once. It tried to give us the win. But we lose all the badge boosts, and so we don't have a 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Well, we got hit with a sand attack, but it is an extra badge boost, so we just really need to not miss more than once against the Rhydon. Okay, nice. Where was that crit last time? That would have been a first try Giovanni. Okay, we're moving here. I am going to heal here. It's a little conservative. I don't think... let's save for the fight. Okay, why not? Let's save. We needed 3 defense curls last time, I think, to one-shot the execute. But I think that was barely. So let's set up 4 this time, because we do have slightly lower base power. Oh, no. Body Slam would have one hit there. Okay, glad we still have the boost for the Magneton. Oh, that's good. Okay, 2 hit the Flareon. All right, not bad. First try champ. Or not champ, but Rival 6. We're paralyzed though, aren't we? Probably want to use a full restore. Remember, we are fighting 1 cool trainer to level out the experience. We're fighting the cool trainer with all the water types near the end. And we're picking up this rare candy because we're going to use it right before the champion. If I can get there. Because it requires me to bike. I mean, I could jump off the bike, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to jump off the bike. It's a... oh my god, do you see that? I almost exited the cave. Okay. Okay. We're fine. Fighting that cool trainer would probably be the same, by the way. It's very similar experience yield to the cool trainer with all the starters versus the cool trainer with all the water types. But the cool trainer with the water types only has 3 Pokemon, and the movesets on those Pokemon are also garbage that he's like basically never a threat. Like the first one isn't either, but it's 3 Pokemon instead of 4 Pokemon. So I think if you only fight one of them, it's usually preferable to fight the one with the Kingler, the Tentacruel, and the Blastoise. Okay, let's try to not run into her. Nice, we didn't. And we run into this person on purpose. We may be, if things go really well, we might be around 50. I don't think sub 50 is really possible, but we might be around 50, which would be really cool. Could have shrinked with the Clefairy. Really should have. Just for the swag points, should have shrinked with the Clefairy on these boulders. All right, if you remember, we're only setting up 2 badge boosts on the Lorelei. That gives us like pretty good ranges. And we are not using Amnesia shenanigans because now we actually keep our badge boost for the Lapras and we're going to 2-hit it with Thunderbolt. So it's pretty good. So, strength. Okay, crits us. We don't love that, but it should be okay. We didn't get a speed drop this time at least, which is nice. Okay. Slowbro waste time. That's good to see. Strength, did it get a one-shot? Yeah, okay, it does. And then as long as the Lapras doesn't freeze us or something, or crit us. Nice. We made it. First try Lorelei. That's a big time savings. 4 stores need to come to the top. I'm going to save. It would be really rare for us to lose, but I'm doing it because I'm a weenie. Machamp crit submission is the way that we could lose. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to use 1 defense scroll to outspeed the Hitmonlee. I remember now. Thankfully, Bruno dropped the ball. We need to use an elixir. We have enough. I think this is a safe enough fight. I just go into it. We're going to 2-shot the Gengar. I know, saving for Bruno and not saving for Agatha. Probably not like the best decision making, but you know. Now I'm feeling confident. And maybe I shouldn't have felt this confident. Oh no. Oh no. No! 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 Yeah, I was supposed to defense curl for speed. I know. I know. I was supposed to set up like 3 of them. Oh, that's painful. Oh, no. Yeah, that was bad play, and I got punished for it. And here I'm just on tilt, just like not paying attention again while I should have defense curled for Bruno. Okay. We're going to save and we're going to play better this time. We're going to go for 2 psychics immediately. We're going to defense curl for speed until we outspeed the final Gengar. And then we are going to use... okay. Alright, I'm resetting. Instant Toxic is really bad. We need time to set up and time to knock their Pokemon out. At least I saved this time. Okay. Alright. Curl for speed. One more Toxic Tick should be okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we lost a lot of time there. So we're not going to be around 50, but we should still get under 55 unless we really get wrecked by the champion, which I don't think is going to happen. I'm pretty proud of how we've played this, actually, considering we overwrote Body Slam. I think it's... We've done okay here. I'm going to defense curl just one more time. It was a little sketchy doing that, but I wanted to outspeed the final Dragonite. Alright. Then we play in the 1 rare candy here for the good ranges. Alright, let's go. I think it was 4 defense curls, wasn't it? And then 2 more on the Executor. Or maybe it was only 3. Okay, we got crit. Does anyone know if it was 3 or 4 defense curls that we planned? I think it was only 3. Yeah, 3 gave us the 1 shot. We need to get up to 6 now. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, it was 3. It was 3 because that barely gives an outspeed. That's why I didn't want to cut levels, because if we cut a level or 2, then we wouldn't get an outspeed with 3 defense curls anymore. We got a little unfortunate that it kept slashing us before. We got on low health, which was not a great place to be in. But now we should be okay. Barring a long sleep. A long sleep could still get us. Hopefully we have a short sleep. Okay. Oh, and a crit. Oh, cool. All right. We're getting walled here. We're getting walled, but we can still go sub 55. Come on. Come on, Clefairy. You can do it. That's so much damage to the Sand Slash at the beginning. Come on. Come on. Talk to Lance. I didn't actually talk to Lance on purpose, but I was wiggling around on purpose because, like, I feel like whatever we're on, it just keeps slashing. Okay. Okay. Blizzard. Strength. No, not Thunderwave, please. It could go for a bad move. Oh, man. It's this time or it's not going to happen. It's got to be sub 55 here. All right, this is a good start. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Strength is a guarantee, I'm pretty sure. We need to not get wrecked this time by the Executor. It's been wrecking us pretty hard. Okay, Hypnosis missed. That's really good. Okay. Oh, dude, it's just going for Thunderbolt every time. That's okay. We could still win this. Come on. Come on. We need 2 strengths to connect. Come on. Okay. Blizzard. Oh my god. No way, man. Oh, that was it. That could have been it. The Magneton just keeps getting us. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, it's so crazy. We just barely don't have enough damage for it either. With strength. But like it's got a 1 out of 4 chance to go for. Yeah. It doesn't have to paralyze us every time. If it doesn't paralyze us, this fight is so much better. Oh my god, I thought it crit us for a second. I was like, well, we got 55 minutes and 51 seconds, 11 resets. We actually had 1 more reset than before. A little bit disappointing, but all said and done, I think 55 minutes is pretty respectable for Clefairy. Definitely could have been closer to 50 minutes with an optimized playthrough, several attempts, that sort of thing. We got kind of wrecked at the champion, which I don't think is fair. I think that our planning was good enough that we could have had a really good time at the champion. It didn't happen. But thanks everyone for being here. I got to run, and everyone have a good one. See ya.